Hello and welcome to the Had an Idea podcast. He's Michael Mason.
He's Ben Coleman.
And as usual, we put our thinking caps on and we've got lots of ideas to share with you.
Well, four ideas. 4 ideas isn't a lot of ideas, Ben.
It is for you.
Oh, thanks.
So, Mike, I've got a question for you that I've been thinking about this week.
Shoot.
Well, would it be legal for you to essentially become a fictional character? So, let me explain. So, I was watching Gotham, and say on there's Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
If you legally changed your name to Victor Freeze, and then painted your face white and shaved your hair, and you wore the suit, and you essentially went around saying I'm Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
Would you be able to do that and get away with it?
I don't know. I'm sure people have changed their name to characters who exist.
Yeah. I mean, I do know the answer to this because I googled it, but I just wanted to get your thoughts.
Oh, well, I think there's a line between I am Michael Mason, but I'm changing my name to Mr. Freeze, and I'm dressing up as Mr. Freeze. And there's a line between that and I am Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
And DC stole my story for their comic.
Yeah, that's true. If you were born before the character.
Yeah.
But say Homer Simpson, because the thing with Mr. Freeze is there's actors who played him, but if it's a fictional character, it's not a person. You're not portraying a person playing that. You're becoming that character.
I'm actually that character.
Yeah. So
That's
if you shaved your head and then wore white and blue and...
Oh, God, they'd probably lock me up, I think, after I start going around saying, I am Homer Simpson.
So I think as well, imagine if you was on a dating app, and you swiped and you saw Homer Simpson.
Homer Simpson.
And it was just a bald man, painted his skin yellow.
You'd see that, and I would see that and think, that's a joke.
Yeah.
That's not real.
It would be hard to get a serious date.
Yeah. And then you'd end up suing Fox and Matt Groening for the character of Homer Simpson.
Yeah. Well, so I'll tell you the legal answer.
Go on.
I looked it up. And this is just off Google, so it might well be wrong. But as far as I'm aware, if you change your name to a trademark, that's not breaking the trademark unless you'd use it for commercial purposes.
Oh.
So if you started then selling photo opportunities with Homer Simpson and...
Oh, okay. I thought when you said for commercial purposes, I thought you meant Homer Simpson dry cleaning or something.
Well, yeah, if you did that and put a photo of yourself, then you would be breaking the law.
Oh. So, what if your name was actually Homer Simpson?
Yeah, well, again, people can be called whatever they want, you said.
Here's a question. If your name was Simpson, if you were Ben Simpson, and you had a child and you named them Homer, would you be breaking the law by naming your child Homer Simpson?
Well, then you wouldn't be breaking the law, but you'd probably be setting him up for life of humiliation.
Good point, yeah.
So, the part 2 of the question is, if you were going to do that, who would you become?
Ooh, God. I'm trying to think of a really sexy character. Supergirl or something like that.
You'd change your name to Cara Danvers. Supergirl.
Maybe, no, just Supergirl, not... It's first name Super, last name Girl. Just to see the look on people's faces when I hand them my passport. They look at it and look at me.
When someone says, "What's your name?" I'm Super. Your name, not how I.
I'm Super Girl. Please don't call me girl, sir.
Especially if you got a middle name as well. I'm Super Depressed Girl.
I don't think Supergirl's name is Super Depressed Girl.
Well, no, but if your parents gave you the middle name.
So if your family name was Girl, and your family just decided to call you Super Depressed, I don't think they like you very much.
mean, they'd probably be quite bitter, like having had to go through life.
What, called Girl?
John Girl.
I've seen some weird names that people haven't changed. Cow Meadow was one I saw recently.
I know my boss at work said he knew someone called Dwayne Pipe.
That's a good one. If your name was Pipe, you would call your child Dwayne.
It's one of those, it's funny when you first do it, and then years later... It's like,
every day.
It's alright if you've got a name like... So Dwayne was the short for something.
Is Dwayne short for something?
No, but like...
Dwayneford.
Yeah.
If your name was Dwayneford, I'd definitely be shortening it.
If the lengthened version was, say, Dwayneford, then you just call yourself Dwayneford Pipe, and then like, it'd be less noticeable.
Dwayneford Pipe. What a weird name. Going to B&Q, I'm looking for a Dwayneford Pipe.
Does he work?
There you go. Oh, God. What about you? What fictional character would you change your name to?
I mean, I was watching Gotham, so I've got those in my head. I quite like Nygma. Edward Nygma. I think it's Enigma.
Enigma.
And I quite like the Riddler. I'm nerdy, I wear glasses. So,
you are a master criminal.
Shh. Yeah, I think I thought of this question about a week ago, and I didn't think to put any thought into it. So.
You've just been looking at yourself in the mirror saying, yeah, I do look like the Riddler. I could pass myself off.
Slowly going insane.
It's been a long time since we recorded one of these.
So, that's our things. You're Supergirl.
I'm
Enigma. So we'll change our names on the next podcast.
Indeed. Can we re-record just quickly the intro where we introduce ourselves?
Yeah. Just to confuse them. It'll all become clear later.
Right.
So, I think it's time to move on to some ideas.
Let's do it, Ed.
So, Mike, what's your anything idea for this week?
Well, Ben, you know me. I've been thinking hard and long. And after that, I came up with an idea. For we were talking the other day about... I think we were talking the other day about something.
We do tend to talk.
We do talk, that's true. For people at home, this isn't just the only time we converse. There's complete radio silence for the rest of the 2 weeks, and then
sitting in front of the microphone for a week. And
then just suddenly, hey Ben, we're talking about something about microwave meals. I don't know if we were trying to make one over the phone. When I say over the phone, I don't mean like, Ben, I don't know what to do.
You were instructing me.
Yeah. No, we were talking. It might not have been us, actually, now I think about it.
Wait, you've been talking to other people? How could you?
I'm sorry, Ben, but, you know, you can't teach me the ways of the microwave. You know, when you start talking, you don't know what you're going to say next.
Yeah, that seems to be quite common with us.
Well, yeah, especially me, but I have an idea for an invention. Ben, have you ever struggled to pop a microwave meal?
No.
No, all right then. Well,
ask me again.
Ben, have you ever struggled to pop a microwave meal?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Because I don't know about you, but like people use forks.
Mm-hmm.
Do you use a fork?
I usually use a knife.
Ah, see, there you go. A lot of people use forks, and forks don't work. They just sort of bend the cellophane in a little.
Yeah.
And so you end up just getting really angry and smashing it, and you destroy the whole thing. A knife, I always use a knife because it's knife and sharp. It's nice and sharp.
You're not wrong, it is a knife.
A knife is a knife, and a knife is sharp. This is my motto. But I was thinking, how about, as an invention, a microwave meal popper?
Mm.
So it's like a fork with like multiple prongs, but they're all sharp enough, like knives, little pointy knives.
Yeah.
They're all spaced out evenly,
Uh-huh.
and so you just go 1, 2, 3, 4, but you know, and that's the whole thing's popped perfectly then.
So it's like a row of them.
Yeah, like maybe like 4 or 5.
I like that.
And yeah, do you think that's?
Because when you said that, I was thinking, would it be like a square, like to cover the whole thing? But then you get different size meals.
Yeah, you do get like round ones, and you get. Because I always struggle. It might have been Will, actually, I was talking to, and he's trying to pop something in the background. And I just, you know.
You do his beatboxing.
Will, do you mind? We're on the phone. Will, by the way, is my brother, I should point out.
Yes. Hello, Will.
Hello, Will.
If you're listening.
I doubt he will. He has taste.
He's eating microwave meals. He doesn't have much taste.
But whoever it was who was struggling, I've been there. And so, yeah, I just use a knife now. But what if there was something that you could easily pop the right amount of holes in the right space, the right time, in the right place?
I like it.
Would you go for that? No.
I'm the sort of person, I don't like using a spoon to put sugar in the tea. If there was a special spoon, I'd still just use a normal spoon.
Yeah.
I don't like all these gadgets that have been designed especially to do just one thing. I like if there's an easy way to do it with an existing implement.
It does seem like something, you know, people who buy kitchen utensils just to have them, they never use them.
Yeah.
You know, like an egg timer.
Yeah.
You know, I can't think of any other kitchen utensils, actually.
Is that even a utensil? No. Unless you're using it to chop them easily. Dashing you.
Are you alright there? I found a new use for the egg timer. Well, you know, you get those ones that you put in the water with the egg.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, things like that.
Yeah.
Things to, you know, pick spaghetti out of a pot. You know.
Yeah. There's no need for stuff.
We've got a spaghetti measurer, which I think we've probably used once. And, you know...
Why do you need to measure spaghetti?
Because you don't do too much.
What, measure it like lengthways or how much?
No, like it's... That is 16 inches, that's... I'm sending this back to Asda.
I genuinely thought that's what you meant, like
No, it's like little holes.
Oh.
And they get slightly bigger, so if you want 3 people-sized spaghetti...
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Well, no, you got those like ladles, and it's got the hole in the middle. That's what they're for.
Oh, is it?
Measure out a portion of pasta.
Ah, well, we've got just like a little thing that you hold, and it's.
Yeah, again, I'd just be like, I know roughly how much pasta I need.
Why would you want a ladle with a great big hole in the middle when you're trying to get spaghetti out and just flopping through the hole again? Damn it!
No, but, yeah, you don't really need spaghetti to stay on the thing, do you? Just to lift it out. It does work 'cause it's like there's a ridged edge.
A ridged edge.
So it gets caught in that.
That seems quite... That's the sort of thing that's going to confuzzle me. I'm going to get tangled up.
I'll get you one for your birthday.
Oh, no, please don't. I'm going to be in the right mess. Ben, help! There's spaghetti everywhere.
I've got a perfectly portioned amount of spaghetti all over my plate.
Do you own one of these things? You're really bigging it up.
I'm on commission. No, I don't know whether we do, but I've seen them, and you know those like clickbait articles where it's like,
yes,
10 kitchen utensils you've been using wrong.
A person holding up a toaster. Hello? Is that working?
Like in The Simpsons when Grandpa holds up the iron. Hello?
Very good.
So yeah, no, I like going back to your microwave meal, Papa.
Mm.
I do like it.
Oh, thank you.
It's good. It's a good novelty. It's the sort of thing you get someone for a housewarming.
Yes, yeah.
They're going to be using microwave meals for a while.
Yeah.
And it's a novelty little thing.
Yeah. You could probably, make it look more like a novelty thing rather than like a genuine thing. Put like a celebrity's face on it or something. Like Ricky Gervais or someone.
Gervais?
Yeah. What? How do you pronounce it?
Gervais.
Well, that's what I said, isn't it?
You said Gervais.
If I want to say Gervais, I'll say Gervais.
We'll write to him and ask him how to pronounce his
How
name.
do you pronounce your name?
I know I could go on YouTube and find a video within 10 seconds, but I thought this was more convenient.
For me, at least. Inconvenient for you.
Especially because he got to write back and throw As written.
Told you.
Where were we?
I don't know.
Yeah, you could do it like sort of a devil's trident.
Very good.
Only 3-pronged.
Yeah, 3-pronged will do.
Yeah, well then you could just use a fork.
But a fork is not powerful enough, it's not sharp enough.
Are you using like plastic forks or something?
No, proper metal forks. They don't work, they just bounce off it. That's why you need a knife, something sharp and pointy. So you can't use this as an actual fork, I should point out, it's too sharp. If you put it in your mouth, you will just stab your own tongue.
Could you like slice up a turkey with it? Then you get like 10 slices in one go.
It's not really for slicing, it's more for...
It's only like the pointy bit at the end.
Yeah, it's not sharp, it's not serrated or smooth or anything, it's just, it's pointy. Like a pencil. You wouldn't try carve a turkey with a pencil.
No.
If you did, you'd be eating dinner alone. So...
Yeah, so how much would it retail for?
I would say $15.99. And people will pay that because people are stupid.
But these are people that are eating microwave meals. They can't afford.
You are buying it for them, though.
Oh, true.
Someone who struggles with these microwave meals, trying to pop these meals, will be in one of these places that sells, colanders that's only for asparagus and specialty things like that, kitchenware, and they'll see that and think, I need that. I finally can be able to eat my meal for one.
Got a stack of uneaten ready meals.
He keeps getting them out. I can't pop this one, I can't pop that one.
Do you want me to help? No, I need to be independent.
Why was that Bela Lugosi asking them if they want to help? Do you want me to help?
That wasn't intentional.
It's how it came out to me. Give what you're doing with that thing.
So have you got a name?
The microwave meal popper. That's all I've got.
I think you could narrow it down a bit. The popper.
The popper.
Sounds
Sounds like Biggie Small should be advertising it.
Yeah. Is there a word for food beginning with P? No.
The proper popper.
Yeah. Yeah. Popper.
There you go. That's not going to be difficult to ask when you... Excuse me, do you sell a popper?
Especially going in as well saying, have you got a proper popper? As if there's like improper poppers.
I thought you meant like, have you just got a stepdad or something?
Oh, very good.
Thank you. Hey, thank you. Well, that's my idea.
I like it.
Oh, thank you.
I won't be buying one, but I'll help you to know.
So, Ben, what have you got for us?
Well, Mike, I have an idea. And it's for a business.
Oh.
And it's the Quiet DJ.
Ah.
Because when I go to like parties and...
Yeah, when you go to discos.
discos, parties, weddings, like events, and there's a
go to
DJ
nightclubs.
on. Yeah.
Having it large.
I have been to a nightclub.
Oh!
Only there once.
Didn't like it, didn't go again.
Well, exactly.
The ecstasy just didn't agree with me.
But, like, at my brother's wedding, for example, it was a lovely wedding, and don't get me wrong, and they had a DJ, and he played some music, and it was, like, really loud.
Yeah.
Which, when you're on the dance floor, is, like, alright, it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't really like loud noises anyway, so, like, it was too loud for me, but, like, on the dance floor, it was fine, but then... Like, I went off and my nan and granddad were sitting at a table and like we were trying to talk to them and you couldn't hear a word. And like even if we went to the other side of the building you could still hear it. And
I thought you said even you went to the other side of the building you still couldn't hear them. Yeah. Well, you hear them even less then, surely.
But yeah. So I just think, they should turn it down just a little bit so everyone on the dance floor can hear it and enjoy it, but not enough that it bugs people like me. So I thought, get a sort of line of DJs that play...
A line of them?
Well, doing a conga. But no, like a series, a business full of
I
DJs.
see. Not a line at the one disco.
Yeah, no.
All playing different music.
All at different volumes and you have to pick...
I want volume A.
Sometimes they have to just go home. So then you have like a few employees that are DJs, and they play at a more respectable level. So as well, like a friend of mine recently, they went to Pride in town.
Oh.
And like I said, how was it? And they said, well, it was really good, but it was so loud. And they had like migraines for like 2 days.
Oh.
And it's like, not everyone wants things to be that loud.
Yeah.
Like, if I ever get
but
married...
Ben, if you're going to be proud, you got to be loud.
True.
It's not if you're going to be proud, you got to be at a respectable volume.
Yeah, I think they have suffered quite a lot about keeping it quiet. So, yeah, they should be like, yeah, okay, that's a bad example. But so, like, if/when I get married, I'll tell the DJ to, keep it down a bit. I won't be afraid because it's my day and I don't want to go home with a headache.
Just grab him by the scruff of his neck. Listen, if you don't keep the fucking noise down, your head's going to be going down the toilet. That's a good point, though. Like, it is your wedding night. You don't want to go back to the hotel with a massive migraine.
I mean,
I'd love to love, but oh god.
I mean, to be fair,
that ABBA medley just did it for me.
To be fair, most of the people who go to nightclubs and parties like this are getting drunk anyway, so they're going to have a hangover.
Yeah, regardless.
Regardless, but. And I was talking to someone yesterday about this, the person who went to Pride actually, and told them about the idea, and they said, you should look up silent discos. And I thought they'd copied my idea before I thought of it, but it wasn't. It's discos, but you have headphones.
Yeah.
Which is a cool idea, I think, because presumably you can turn the volume up and down.
Yeah.
Or just take the headphones off.
Take the headphones off and just stand there looking at everyone dancing silently.
The thing with that, though, is I'd worried that I've got a different song to everyone else. So I'd be on the dance floor, like, doing a quick dance, and everyone else is doing, like, a slow dance.
You were doing the quick step.
Doing the quick step to, like, Hello, my girl.
Everyone is listening to Unchained Melody, and you're there just voguing.
I mean, you're overestimating my dance abilities. Yeah. So, quiet DJs, that's the idea.
I like it. It's an interesting idea. I am thinking that could you, like, change the volume of the music by, like, the venue? Because we're in...
Yeah, we'd just, like, request, maybe do a sound check before and say, like...
Yeah, I see a good point.
Yeah.
Because, remember, we went to that wrestling show up by me, and we were sat really far away from the ring, so we couldn't hear the introductions.
Yeah.
Even though the guy had a microphone and the speakers, I couldn't hear a word he was saying.
Yeah.
So we just made up names for the wrestlers.
Yeah, I mean, most places have speakers, don't they?
I'm sure he was on the speakers, though.
Oh, well.
So maybe they didn't have speakers at that where we were. So I think the venue plays into it. But I like the idea of a quiet, like a quieter disco.
Yeah.
I think that's something you could work in with the venue.
Yeah. Well, the other side of it as well, the kind of more serious side, is there are people that like suffer with migraines or like
hyperacoustics or something.
Yeah, and like people with mental health issues or like I'm sure I can say like autistic people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like there's people like that, so it would be good for them as well.
Yeah.
So like a place could put on a disco especially for people with conditions. They
yeah.
can enjoy it properly.
I'm sure places. I know in shops I know some shops open like an hour early for for people like that.
Yeah, well, exactly.
It's not fair though. You got to go to WXW at 7 o'clock in the morning to buy pens.
Yeah, well, that's that equality and equity, isn't it? Like,
yeah,
equality is like making allowance, but it's not equal because they've got to get up early.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Maybe that could be another idea. Supermarkets for.
See, write that down. Man, people listening at home have got a preview of a future. They're going to be sitting at home. I wonder when that supermarket idea is going to come up. I want to listen to that one.
Unlike all these other rubbish ideas.
Well, I like that.
Quite good.
I like it in like the way you put it for people who don't like loud noises and don't like those sort of situations. That's good. I like that.
Cool.
I'm up for that. I would be your first DJ.
Oh, brilliant.
I don't know how. Spotify? Pop that on and just sit down.
DJs are kind of redundant these days, aren't
Yeah,
they?
yeah.
Apart from coming on the microphone going, all right, everybody, how are we doing? And then just like sit down.
Are you ready to do the conga? Okay, I'll wait. God, I can't remember the last disc. Actually, no, the last disco I went to that had a DJ at least. So I did that documentary course.
Oh.
And we went to Sheffield, I think it was.
Oh.
And they had like a documentary festival, and that was fun. And they had different things on each night. Like we went roller skating one time. That was a mistake. I actually had bruises on my hands because every time I fell, I'd put my hands down.
Maybe you should have put the blades on your feet and your hands.
Yeah. But there was a disco, and it wasn't like, a proper DJ who, talks to the audience and like takes requests. It was like, I've got a set and I'm just going to play that. And she just played songs and danced herself on the stage, like. And
this is for my enjoyment, not yours.
yeah. So I might as well. I could have done that. Put shuffle on my iPod and pop. There you go. So last disco you went to, was that your brother's wedding? I think you may have mentioned that actually earlier.
I think it was more of a wedding than a disco.
Yeah.
And the invite didn't say, come to our disco. There will also be a wedding.
Oh, well, I'll stay for the disco.
That's just the guy behind the piss going, okay, lead, you take Samantha.
I'm trying to get to the buffet right now. Well, in a bit. Come on, these sausage rolls. They're going fast. Oh, yeah. I like it.
Cool. Well, we got two good ideas. Then.
Oh, thank you.
So let's move on to our big idea.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. There you go. So, Ben, before we do the big ideas, which I know you're looking forward to, as am I, it's a bit of news. Oh, yeah. Our good friend, Nelson Rahi, he was very kind enough to give us a shout-out. Actually, Ben, have you got the clip?
No, I always sit like this.
Ah!
Yes, I do. I do have the clip of Nelson.
Would you like to play that for us?
Yes.
Thank you.
We could do some cross-promotion here, because Mikey used to listen to this. Remember, he did the artwork for us.
Oh, yeah. Mikey, you're hilarious. That had me laughing for weeks.
Because he and his legendary mate Ben have also released their own podcast. So
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Oh, just send me. I'd love to listen to
To
it.
be honest, it's one of the best things I've heard. It's so funny. It's so good because they have this knack of just coming out with ideas constantly.
Brilliant.
And some of them are just like crazy ideas. Some of them are hilarious. Some of them are scary, frankly. But
Do you know what? I love their artwork that I can see right here. Guys, you guys are hilarious and legendary.
Ah, wasn't that nice?
Oh, brilliant.
That was
Thank you
lovely.
very much,
Thank you, Nelson. Thank you, Raj and Ruby, as well.
Yeah, Nelson didn't really get the memo about the R name, did he?
No. Well, it's Rahi, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Rahi, Raj and Ruby. That is the Game Crowd as well, I should point out, is the name of that show.
Yep. Do you want to tell them a bit about the podcast?
Yeah, it's a video game podcast, but it's not your usual like typical review show. It's more like sort of like this, like they're all mates. They all get together, they all talk about games and just enthuse about games and just catch up. And it's honestly, I sort of like. I'm not a big podcast guy or like a radio guy, but I like shows where it's people, just talking.
Yeah.
Like you can tell they're friends hanging out, having fun.
Yeah.
That's what I like about the Game Crowd.
Yeah, definitely. I've listened to like some bits of it, and I really enjoyed it as well. And it's very natural, and they got great chemistry.
Yeah. Like I say, it's a game podcast, but it's not like strictly a game podcast.
Yeah.
It's people talking about games.
Yeah.
They don't analyse things and review things. They just talk about what they like, what they didn't like.
Yeah.
And so I find that very relaxing, actually.
Yeah.
Like I say, I like people talking, chatting, and having a good time. And if you're into that as well, listener at home, then go listen to that. Listen to this first.
And then listen to that.
And listen to that. But yeah, the Game Crowd on Spotify.
Yeah, and they've all got good voices for podcasts.
They do, actually,
unlike
yeah.
us. My nasal
I don't know what you mean.
But no, they're great to listen to, and they're really funny, and like, they know what they're talking about. So yeah, give them a listen.
Well, with that said, I think it's time for our big idea.
Woo. So my idea, we had to do a sketch.
Yes, that was our big idea this week, the sketch.
Yep, and it's something, I think we've mentioned it before. We might have come up with it together, I can't remember. But I've fleshed it out and written it. And I was going to ask if you'd like to read it with me.
Oh.
Read out your part.
Ooh.
And considering you've never read this before, this should be fun. And firstly, before we do, you've got to put on a New York accent.
Okay.
So good luck with that.
Let's see if we can remember how.
Because my idea for a sketch is for a gangster shopping channel. So it's basically a shopping channel for gangsters, mafia people, and they sell the sort of equipment you'd expect them to use.
Okay.
So we'll start off, I haven't really got an introduction, but with the first product. So my guy's called Gino.
Alright.
So here's one for all you animal lovers out there. Have you ever wanted to send an enemy a message but don't want to go with the obvious horse's head? Well, why not try something different? We've got a range of other heads, a zebra head for instance, or a cow's head. Maybe they ain't done too bad and you just want to send something small, so you could send them a little cute mouse's head. All our animals are 100% British born and raised and killed humanely. Probably.
So who am I now?
You're Lenny.
I'm Lenny. And now we got some of the latest fashions to show you. These have just come in, a brand new line of concrete shoes. That's right, folks, your enemies won't be going anywhere wearing these bad boys. They come in all sizes, men's, women's, children's, you name it. I like children's.
And then... And now for all you green-figured folk out there, check out these new shovels. With a 2-meter steel handle and a solid plastic spade, they also collapse down for easy storage if you need to hide them. Whether you're whacking a guy or just digging his grave, these shovels are sturdy enough for any job. Order now and get a free set of multi-purpose plastic bags with zippers. And then one more thing.
And finally, are you sick and tired of cleaning blood off the back seat? Well, what you need are these reusable seat covers. I sound like a character from Abbott and Costello film. Hey, Mom! What we need is some of these reusable seat covers. Simply holds the blood off at the end of the day. Good as new, with no traces back to you.
So yeah, if you didn't get that, that was reusable seat covers.
Yeah.
Simply hose them down and no traces back to you. So
I'd never read that before, by the way, in case anyone's...
You never tell. But so that's the idea, and then there might be other products. Maybe it ends with like the police arriving and raiding the warehouse.
We got a going out of business sale, going into jail sale.
Yeah. So that's my idea for a sketch.
I like it. Is it like a series of sketches, I'm guessing? Or like one long sketch?
Yeah, well, it could be. I thought it could just be one long sketch. But,
I say long, I don't mean like 10-minute sketch, but yeah. I like that. I can imagine a home shopping network for gangsters.
Yeah, maybe like after you could have like someone at home like ordering.
Joe Pesci on the phone. You got those nipple clamps?
Yeah, so you could have what other stuff like thumb screws.
Yeah. I don't know why I went with nipple clamps.
You're watching different shopping channels.
He's called up Love Honey Buns.
I called that once. I thought it was a bee website.
Hey!
A bee dating site. Yeah, so thumb screws, shovel. Well, there's different kind of weapons.
Aluminum bats.
Yeah, crowbars.
Yeah. A vice to put someone's head in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's lots of potential. So,
Yeah, I like it. Car batteries.
Yeah.
You know, silencers.
Yeah, exactly.
All sorts of things, yeah.
So you could just have them like in the background and just cut into them. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, I'm glad. Well,
That's Ben's sketch. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint everyone, because I haven't really got...
You haven't got a sketch. I've left it till now to tell them.
Thing is, I've got loads of ideas for concepts.
Yeah.
So I've got written here, dyslexic barman puts a slice of melon in a glass. And that's all I've got with that. All right, here's one. So we've had some work done in the house recently, and it got me thinking. You know when you got someone working and do you offer them a drink?
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to think about it. Though.
Well, it's usually Mum that offers.
Well, shall I tell the truth and sound a bit? Or
no, I do offer them a drink.
Oh, you know when you offer them a drink, and what if you did that and the fellow who was working for you was just so moved to tears by your generosity, and so it sort of turned into a sketch of the DI or the handyman who's just really emotional. So can I get you a drink or anything? For me? Yeah, you thirsty? Oh my God.
That's the nicest thing anyone's ever done. You offer them a biscuit as well, like it breaks down into
It's just, it's so lovely.
It's not even on brand, it's McVitie's.
It's alright, it's only Nescafe. Oh. I'll leave you to it then. Oh, thank you. Oh, God, I'm swearing my manners. And yeah, that's...
It's just an overly emotional.
Handyman, yeah.
Maybe as well, like he spills a bit of paint on the carpet, it's like...
Just
the carpet. In tears.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
These ruined.
Please, I need this job. Whips his shirt
that
off and he starts whipping himself.
That makes it sad now. He's just like... he's trying to support a family.
He can't afford biscuits at home. What else could you offer? What else could you do to make a handyman cry?
You could offer to hold the ladder. you would do it with me.
Oh, all these years of falling off ladders.
I've never worked with someone else before.
Then, maybe, he becomes, he gets the wrong idea and thinks the fella's actually deeply in love with him. And he's like, till we meet again, my love. Stroking his cheek.
Yeah, just when you come in and he's painted on the wall, I heart, and then his name.
Yeah.
I don't know how mural of them.
Comes back the next day. And I just I found this flower and it's thought it was pretty like you, and thanks. So what are you doing anything? I think Strike It Lucky's coming on. Do you want to put the kettle on? I'm asking too much, aren't I? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have come. It's just, I'm just so alone.
Again, you've made it tragic.
Oh God! Ever since Peggy left, Peggy, your ex-wife. No. I was doing some jobs for her down the road, and she moved. Then maybe you can get, sinister.
Yeah.
Well, I've been calling you, and where have you been? I woke up and you weren't there. I hate that.
You want me to paint them all green? You know I don't like the colour green. It's not your wall, is it?
It could be my wall. It could be. It could be our wall. But not if I paint it green. Okay, I think time you went home.
Maybe he invites him to go and pick up the paint and choose the colours together. Walking round, he keeps trying to hold his hand.
The guy comes home and his wife's car's in the drive, and he comes in and the decorator's there. I told you, stay away from my family. It's really nonchalant about it. Well, I just came to help out your wife. These are nice biscuits, Ted lets me have biscuits as well. Oh, that's nice. Ted is friendly like that. He is, isn't he? Yeah. Very friendly.
A few days later, he breaks in because he wanted to replace the biscuits.
Yeah. Ends up putting a rabbit in the pot and boiling it. He's put a plush rabbit in the pot. This guy's been nuts. You think?
Maybe he paints with an invisible paint, paints a message and then it glow in the dark. At night it just says I can see you.
Thinking of you.
Why have we gone
You
from...
and me forever. Yeah.
We come from a guy getting emotional.
He's
over
really
having
emotional too. He's now a stalker.
I like the initial I like both ideas, but I like the initial idea of him just getting
It's turned into Fatal Attraction, but with a decorator.
When he comes in, he says, "Oh, you've done a good job." Really?
That's the kindest compliment I've ever been given. I always wanted to, I always wanted to impress people, but I just couldn't. But now you've given me hope. Well, yeah, that's there you go.
I like it.
Oh, I'm glad you do.
Yeah.
Considering I had 3 lines.
Well, that's what the podcast is for.
There you go. That's what it's for.
Work together and develop it.
Indeed. So, Jinx. You go ahead. All right, Ben. Okay. Ben.
Thank you.
There you go.
I take these things seriously.
Damn it. Jinx. Well, folks. Well, we've come to that time again. Ben. There you go.
Thank you. Oh, I'm going to be here all day. So, those are our ideas for this episode.
Thank you. And normally at this point, Ben, we'd be reaching for the hat.
Yes, we would.
However, not this week. You want to know why?
Well, I know why, but tell the listeners.
Well, I'll tell you why, listeners. Because next episode should be the 19th of October.
Yep.
Will be our Halloween special. Ooh. So rather than having a big idea, we're just going to have any ideas.
Yep.
As long as they're Halloween-related horror stories, scary characters,
yep.
Spooky sketches, ghoulish...
Games.
Yes, thank you.
Terrifying TV shows.
Oh, like Drag Race.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, look forward to that.
yeah, be sure to check the Halloween well, we've got to have some spooky music on, haven't we?
Yes.
We got to have a spookified version of the theme.
So yeah, look forward to that.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, let us know what you thought about this episode's ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Our website is benandmike.co.uk. You can follow us on Instagram at benandmikeidea.
And very exciting news, me and Ben will be appearing in the upcoming pantomime.
Ooh.
Yes, of Robin Hood and his merry men. Ben, of course, plays Maid Marian.
Yep. I do look good in a wing.
I know it. And of course, I am playing. Who am I playing, Ben?
Friar Tuck.
That's right, I'm playing Friar Tuck.
Oh, that's Spoonerism Nightmare. And, yes, so look out for that.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next time.
See you then.
The Had an Idea podcast was created by Ben Coleman and Michael Mason. The title music was Panama Hat by Audio Nautics. Thanks for listening.